For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor Portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners, can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854, 888-780-6854, or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
This is DJ Renaldo Creative, and I am with
Andromeda.
And she is an artist, an unsung artist that's talented. She have a beautiful voice from New York, right? New York?
Absolutely. Yep, a little bit upstate.
Okay, so first, I was going to ask this a little bit later, but how is the music scene in New York?
So since I'm about 60 miles north of the city, I am in like a suburbs area compared to New York City, but the music and the art scene around here is beautiful. I'm actually from the Hudson Valley, and we're known for a lot of art and like agriculture, honestly.
So I know you are with SYFM. How did you get in contact with SYFM?
So actually, that's such a beautiful story. SYFM, when I started trying to figure out the music business and try to figure out how exactly I'm supposed to release music and how to, get it on the DSPs and, how to work with people to get, lyricism copyrighted, all that type of stuff. Terrell actually found me in a Clubhouse room, and he was like, hey, are you working with anyone? Do you have anyone helping you with, the business side of music? And I'm like, no, I don't really have anyone. I'm trying to figure it out. The internet's not that helpful. I'm not sure where to start. I'm not sure where to look. And he's like, well, because of Brianna Ray, who's a singer, I kind of formulated a little group, and everyone's kind of R&B, soul, and rap for the most part, but mostly R&B and soul. And it's just a group of girls who all make music. We're all trying to navigate our way through the industry, through the business, networking, and we kind of created a little safe haven for ourselves.
I know that you're making a lot of moves. How did it feel when you first heard your song on the radio, whether it's internet radio, digital radio, or satellite radio?
I think it was honestly a really exciting time. I actually won my first slot in radio play from a performance I did in in Brooklyn, and that was super exciting. So the fact that I performed and the audience reacted well, and it was such a fun night, and everyone was performing. There was so much great music, and then I won. I was like, what? And then I got on the radio. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, people actually liked it. They loved it more because I won, I guess, but it was great.
All right, do you ever check your stats? Do you know what your biggest song is that all your fans love?
Yeah, so actually it was a bit of a surprise, but my biggest song is Yeah, I'm Her. At least for plays. And then I have a music video out for I'm Cool, so that has my highest running of streams for visuals.
Oh yeah, I like both of those songs. I think I played the other song. You just said the name, but I just
Yeah, I'm Her.
Yeah, I'm Her. I played that a lot. So shout out to you for that song. And a lot of people love that song. And the mixes that I did, they charted on the Mixcloud chart. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So how does it feel to know that you're mute? I think I saw that someone else was playing you and they had your song in their podcast. How does it feel to know that your music is in podcasts? Because the radio is dope because people can listen to it live, but I love podcasts because someone can go back and listen to it later.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I'm super grateful for anywhere, any person, any sync, anything that plays my music and anyone who listens to it and appreciates it. I'm just grateful for that, honestly. I couldn't want anything more. That's like the whole point, you know?
All right. So, who are some of the artists that influenced you growing up? I know you probably heard some dope R&B, hip hop artists, or you can even go into the rock or any other genres too. Also,
I was influenced by quite a lot of different genres. Early on, I would say like some classic hip hop and R&B. Like I would say, I always say this, but it's because my dad, like Beastie Boys, like Rick, and then my mom, Ja Rule, Ashanti, um, Keisha Cole, Monica, a lot of that type of stuff. And then when I was in like my teenage years, I started kind of veering off into my own space, a little bit rebellious. That was with a lot of my friends from class and stuff. We'd go to pop punk concerts like The Wonder Years, Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens. So like I kind of jumped all over and I appreciate a lot of different genres.
okay, that's awesome. What challenges? Because I know you're an unsigned artist. It's a little bit different from being signed to a major label. What challenges have you faced?
I would say my biggest challenge right now is like communicating and leveraging the brand for like experiences or opportunities only because I feel like it's much easier for someone who has a proper training in negotiations or like management or just like artists and repertoire, something like that, where they actually know how to handle those situations and get like the best opportunity. I'm not very good at negotiating things like that for myself. So it's a little bit hard to push myself out there. I do get opportunities, but not exactly how many and the kind of opportunities I'd want as far as like physical appearances.
Okay, so let's get into like some music discussions. The Lil Wayne album dropped recently. A lot of people was talking smack about it. They said it wasn't good. Did you get a chance to listen to it? And if you did, what you think about it?
So honestly, I like to wait some time for like commentary to die down before I dive into artists' new music, only because sometimes I take things and run with it. Only because as an English major, I kind of like perspectives and I like going off of those perspectives. But I try to be honest, at least in music, so I do give commentary time to die down before I jump into newer music.
So I'm assuming that you haven't had a chance to listen to it.
No, I haven't really listened to new music from any artists.
Okay, awesome. So speaking of artists, what artists are you listening to right now, major and unsigned?
Let's see. Right now, we're gonna dive right into my music library and find this out. So right now, I listen to a lot of like love, empowerment, and the godly music. So like in my top playlist right now, I have some Coco Jones. I have let's see, DKG. I have Asia Holiday, Honey Baby. So I listen to right now a lot of things that make me feel good. Some feel good music, things that kind of match the weather, the heat stroke we just had.
Oh yes.
But yeah, a lot of stuff matching those vibes right now.
Yeah, I heard someone in New York said it was hot. You know, it's hot in North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina. So it's hot here, but someone actually did say that it was hot, real hot in New York. So,
Yep.
hey,
Sorry.
did you get a chance to go to the pool or anything like that?
Yeah, I did go to the pool with my family. I didn't actually go in the pool though. I just kind of sat under the cabana and I was like just hanging out with them, listening to music.
All right. What would you say is a perfect day for you? Like, walk us through. Matter of fact, let's go back. Rewind. For all your fans that is listening, what is your day to day? Like, walk us through. You know, you getting up, you getting ready. Like, what are some steps that you be doing? Walk us through. Give us a visual story of how you be preparing per day.
Okay, so usually I'll wake up in the morning. Um, Usually it's not like alarm clock or anything. I kind of just let myself feel it out for the morning. So sometimes I wake up at 8 a.m., sometimes 11 a.m. But usually the same type of start. I'll typically run up, go to the bathroom. I'll go to back to my room. I'll make my bed. I'll try to pick up some stuff off the floor because I come home late after work. So usually I kind of just like throw stuff around, honestly. And then in the morning I'll do the pickup. But then I will go ahead and figure out if I'm going to do breakfast or not. Sometimes I have like a really weak stomach in the morning, so I can't do a full breakfast. I'll do like a smoothie to replace that, if anything. And my favorite smoothie is so kale, blueberries, yogurt, honey, some oats, and then I kind of top it off with some chia seeds. Um, but then I also really enjoy finding like an activity to do before I head to work because I usually work at 3 to 11. So before 3, if I wake up reasonably, so I'm pretty ready by like 9 or 10 a.m., then I'll typically go out. I might take a little drive, stop and grab something if I didn't make my smoothie, which I'll probably just grab another smoothie out. Or if not, then I'll grab like a little snack, but sometimes I just can't do snacks. Typically like a veggie or a fruit. And then I will go about my day, go home, might hang out with my nephew for a little bit because my brother works about the same schedule as me. So we'll kind of just like hang out for a bit. And then I'll just head to work. At work, it's kind of a free-for-all because it's pretty slow. So I handle a lot of my online stuff for my music at work. So like I'll work on album art, finish up some lyrics that I was working on the night before, things like that, all while I'm on the clock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So you're really grinding. Like I like that because a lot of artists, especially in the unsigned world, like they might release a song and never ever ever touch it again. Never promote it. So I love that about you. So speaking of technology, what technology do you use to promote your music? What is the most effective? Like, do you have apps that you use, or do you have like a favorite social media that you're always on?
So I do have a favorite social media. It's between TikTok and Threads. For Threads, I really like for lack of a better term, shit posting, but it's more not just posting endlessly because it's on my mind, but more like things that I really feel like are like niche topics or niche like points that I care to make. But I know that people around me won't appreciate it as much as someone who just thinks like me who might scroll past it online. So like those are things that I go and I share on places like those. And also the things I consume from those apps feel a little bit more informative and a little bit more niche in the way I think. So it's like compatible to me. On top of that, I don't really have anywhere I promote like strongly. I kind of just let it kind of do its own thing. The promotion I do that I have done at least is more of like paid promotion through YouTube, Spotify, or like Facebook just to push the post to more people because I have a pretty decent reaction ratio. Like typically like I would say 1 to 10% of viewers like react. So the more eyes on it, I just get more reactions. I have a higher likelihood to profit off of the post itself. So things like that are just really helpful.
All right. So because we talk about social media marketing and all that stuff
Mhm.
in a competitive market, because there is so many artists, how do you stand out? What you do to, let people know, hey, this is me or that I'm her.
So honestly, this is a little bit of a struggle I have with my artistry, which is why I think some people might think or might feel like I might be removed from the scene or I might not take it as seriously as other artists. But I don't really like performative things. It makes me really uncomfortable because it feels like disingenuine, and I don't like when things are not genuine, only because life is too short. People are so different that I feel like we owe to ourselves and to the people around us to be authentic to ourselves and to create spaces where we can do that naturally, like almost all of the time. Because if not, then I do think that that stuff creates illnesses and just like disharmony in spaces. So my biggest thing is really just making sure that I'm true to myself. Like if there's a day where I don't have anything to post, like, I try not to make myself post unless it's just like, you know what, I can tell that people are looking for something from me because I have too many views from the day before and nothing posted today, then I will post something just because I am aware of, for whatever reason, a lot of people are looking for something from me on this day. But otherwise, I try to just be honest with myself. If I'm in a good mood, I'll post something to make other people in a good mood, or I'll share the activities I'm doing. It's just whatever I'm doing, however I am in those moments, I share with people.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy earlier and he was telling me that I need to grow my following because a lot of people ain't gonna wanna, do this radio show or all this other stuff. But then I'm like, I want the true people to listen to the show. And shoot, we're on 26 radio stations. So I mean,
There's
that's
people listening.
yeah, that's people listening. And then it's a podcast. I mean, I may not have the social media following, but I'm like you. I want the real deal. And like
Hmm.
a lot of people on because I have seen it. You can have 30,000 followers and nobody interact with your content. Nobody stream your music. I have seen,
Exactly.
I have seen that, but I'm getting numbers even though I don't have a following. So I really agree with you on that. So, and then, I just don't want to post, content that, like you said, that don't, reflects what I'm doing or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not too stressed over social media like that because I got the podcast, I got the radio.
Mhm.
So I agree with you on that. So, yeah, it was good to talk about that. Um, but yeah, it's a competitive market. I know the labels, they're looking at your following too, but still, like, only thing you have to do is post that one video or that one post, and you could go viral out of nowhere. Cause like I'm gonna give you an example. Cooking with Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was posting a lot of content, but it just took one thing for her to go viral. So
Right. And look at her, Streamer Academy, rubbing elbows with like the bigger streamers and like becoming a part of the gang. Like that's how indie artists and stuff like that. Everyone who starts anywhere makes it that way.
hmm So, have you ever had a chance to perform at a iconic venue or club in New York?
So I I am still hoping that I can perform at this one venue and we'll just leave it that way. But one place I did perform at that was so much fun. And I know it's a pretty well-known bar and club over in the city was the Sour Mouse. It was great. It was such a fun place, such a beautiful venue. The staff was nice and V Henny was the host for that event and she's just awesome all around. Like definitely a people person, definitely supports indie artists and just a great personality.
Definitely. Name 5 of your favorite indie artists from New York, if you could think of 5.
Oh wow. I might have to name some of my artist friends. I'm sorry because I would say it would be Manshria. Let's see, who else? She's one of them for sure. Solea, VVC, GM,
Okay.
and Grizz. Those are like my top 5. They're like favorites that like I know them personally and I also just really love their music and really love their hustle and their personalities. Like everything about them is like star quality.
And that you just hit on a point. You got the collective. So you got the real fan base, you got the collective, and another thing is you are in the place where the market is, New York. So a following is not really on social media is not important because you got real life. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. You
Oh,
got
that's
real life.
true. Yeah, and you know what too? So like being able to perform or have your music played and then see positive reactions from the crowd and people, you know, um, looking up on SoundHound or wherever to find the song or, coming up to you asking for your links, things like that. Like that goes a long way. And that shows you too that there's something there, even if you're just starting out.
Uh-huh. And this could be one of your early interviews, but in the future you might be going, No, in the future, you're going to be going to a bunch of radio stations and you're going to be tired. So we're going to just speak that into existence.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, remember when I was on Inspire Radio, we was talking?
Yeah. So if you could define, because another thing that really matters as an artist is your brand, and you're building a great brand. Could you define your brand in 3 words?
Let's see, 3 words. Okay, I would say community, self-love, and empowerment. Those are like my like the motivators. Those are the end goals. Like the brand isn't so much to become an icon as it is to allow people to understand where I'm coming from and allow them to be a part of it, to bring them into the world so we can create a better world.
Okay, and we talked about Clubhouse earlier. How has Clubhouse shaped your career?
Oh my goodness. So the most insane thing, Clubhouse, like I wouldn't be here without Clubhouse. And I know that sounds like silly maybe, but it's insane because I remember hearing about it and I wanted to get in the app so bad. And I was like, it's invite only. Like I have to find out like who I know that has the invite. I need them to invite me because I know that I can really leverage the platform and I can at least get started with some of the goals I have in mind, right? And so the person I was dating at the time ended up having a friend who was in a Broadway show, and they had got invited by some of their stage mates. And so I got into the Clubhouse app and I met so many people who have been so beneficial to me starting in music. Like it's insane. That's where I met Terrell from SYFM, but also like I met countless of other people who have helped me shape my sound, help me work on my studio etiquette, help me understand some of the basics of music business and or like engineering and production and legalese and like contracting, all these types of things. Like I don't think I would have learned half as much if I wasn't sitting on those apps before and after work every day, just listening to the professionals who have been there, making hit records, winning awards, like, and see how they do it and how they did it and how they continue to do it and how they evolve with the culture change, you know?
Yes, definitely. Clubhouse used to be a real good app, and I feel like if you go to the right rooms,
Mhm.
it's still a good app, but you really got to search.
I completely agree.
All right, so my next question for you is gonna be, what legacy do you hope to leave as a R&B artist or artist?
So, in all honesty, like my one of my biggest goals and passions that I want to figure out how to like fulfill, is to open like a nonprofit like wellness center in a way, where it can help people like get away for a while and figure out like how they want to operate on their day to day, things they might need to operate better on their day to day, just because day-to-day life can be so hard or so monotonous or so stressful, especially like for people of color in like places where work is scarce or places where opportunity might not be. I think it's better for people to have knowledge on how to take care of themselves spiritually and physically and emotionally and mentally, so that like if maybe financially or you know with education or with like life plans in general, when things don't go as planned, you always have a solid foundation to build back from no matter what happens.
Okay, that sounds good. I got one more question for you.
Okay. I'm ready.
Can you tell the people what you think about the Grindhard Show? Because you have been featured on the Grindhard Show numerous times, and this is the Grindhard Mix Show. So, your honest opinion, what you think about the show?
I will honestly say that I had a little bit of problem finding it, but once I found it, it was amazing. Like, not for anything, there's not too many people who take on as many indie artists for their stations. On top of that, there aren't so many people who organize a solid like set list or a solid show for it to go through. Like sometimes the songs are just there and they're just thrown together and there's all different genres and you get lost in it. But honestly, everything feels so cohesive and it feels like a lot of the artists are represented by the artists surrounding them, if that makes sense. Like,
All right, and I need a drop, so I'm gonna get you to do it right now.
okay. Hi, my name is Andromeda, and you're listening to the Grindhard Mix Show with DJ Renaldo Creative and Tanika Keisha.
See, the drops is good, and I have so many artists that don't even want to send me drops. But drops is free promotion because if I run you on the radio show or even if I do an event, that drop is going to play. And so that's promotion. So people are going to be like, who is that? Let me go find out who that is. So,
Oh, it's so true. I completely agree. This is maybe my third drop I've done, and I'm excited to do more. They're actually really fun too.
Yeah. So I think it's said the same thing, but there's so many people that hate drops for some reason. They don't understand it's free promotion.
You lying.
All right. So I know albums are not big as they used to be. What is one album that you cannot live without? You probably had the real CD or whatever.
Oh, wow. One album. Okay. Let's see. I know it's a Beyonce album and it's in my car and it's crazy because I was just talking to my friend about it, but it's like slipping my mind right now and I'm trying to find it when I look. I don't think it's this one though. Oh, it might be. I think it's Beyonce's named album. I think that's the one that's in my car.
Oh, yeah. That Beyonce album was actually probably one of her best albums.
Yeah. I got it for Christmas in my stocking.
Nice. So if you're in the studio, what is this late night snack that you're going to eat before you do your song?
Honestly, I try to avoid certain fruits and stuff, even though I really love fruits. Let's see, because I always want fruit. So I'm trying to remember what's the last thing I had before a studio session. Honestly, it's usually tea. As far as snacks, I just stay away from salt and like too much sugar. That's it.
Okay. So I got one more question for you, and I really enjoyed having you on the show. My last question for you is, do you have any closing words or anything you want to promote?
I don't have anything I want to promote, but I do want to just say, right now, like I think it's critical as a society, as a people, that we gather together and we support each other and we look out for each other and we make sure that we're doing right for each other. Because the industries, the governments, a lot of those things, they will not do that. And we have to stay true to ourselves and we have to continue to do that throughout our future generations. And if we don't start now, we might slip away from it and lose it forever.
I agree.
And that's just me on communities coming back together to look out for each other. And that's it. In any way you can.
All right. And do you have any shout outs before we end?
I do want to shout out SYFM, all the girls in the collective, and Terrell. I don't think I'd even know you without SYFM. So I'm just grateful for all of you guys, honestly.
Definitely. Thank you for coming to the Grind Hard Mix Show and the Renaldo Creative Podcast.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you.
Take care. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Thank you.